some music, but I can't get my look.
Yeah, and welcome to the podcast.
Welcome. Today's the day. Morning star.
Archangel Mark the Archangel, I call him, my friend. And appreciate you coming back to the podcast.
Yes, sir.
And, got my great friend Mark.
Here again.
There's a lot, right? A lot going on with Chris Rock and Will Smith.
You want to talk about the hot topic?
Yeah, man, that's awesome.
Talk about the hot topic, man. Which I don't know is a good thing or a bad thing, you know what I mean? But it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? It's the hot topic, you know. Do you think that? What do you think about it? Like, what do you like when you did you see it? I mean, like, I know you probably didn't watch it because not too many people I know watch the damn Oscars, you know what I mean?
Right. I watched several of. I just watched several clips of just when he came out with the joke, when Chris Rock came out with the joke about Jade being in G.I. Jane 2, and then Will Smith was laughing at first, and then all of a sudden he just changed the tune, like, and then went upstage and slapped him in the face, goes back down and it says, keep my wife's effing name out of your mouth.
Did you notice the video edit at that point where they showed him smiling, and they showed her look disgruntled, right?
Yes, I saw that.
She this is what she did, right? She I watched a video of a body language expert.
Okay.
He did her little, you know what I mean, her little movements during the joke, right?
Yeah.
And this is what he says that this is like a almost like she looks down and she looks up, and he's like, that's like a deflection of what was being said, you know what I mean, like a disappointment with it, you know what I mean, like. And then she closes her hands. She's sitting there with her hands, and then she closes her hands, and he said that's a comforting, self-comforting movement.
Wow.
When you squeeze your hands together like this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then he said she was leaning when they said the joke. She was leaning like this, and he said leaning is a comfortable position because your neck is open. And then as soon as he said the joke, she stood up, grabbed her hands. You know what I mean? It's just a classic movement. You know what I mean? So
it made her uncomfortable.
Made her very uncomfortable. It did. Yeah. He said you can't. He said you can't fake that. You know what I mean? In his opinion, that's what, you know what I mean. Well, he's an expert, so I guess he's got the. You know, I don't know. I didn't check his credentials and shit. He could have just been saying he's an expert. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she was not impressed with his joke. So it was good.
I thought it was genius. The joke. You know what I mean?
From the standpoint of a comedian doing his job.
All right. Well, all right. Let's look at it from this perspective, right? Okay. Let's look at it from. This is what they're saying in the when I've been seeing these little clips and stuff. They're saying that nothing there is pre-planned. I mean, nothing there is freestyle. Chris Rock's jokes, they're reviewed by this guy, and then he says okay, and then this guy's got to say okay. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's a strict system.
Hey, you know something? It's funny you say that because I just watched a quick video on the gentleman Will Packer. Who organized the entire thing, and he said that what they did it was a long interview, but part of it was he was saying that what you were saying, that they had a strict commentary of jokes that they'd worked on with Chris Rock, but when he went out there, everything he did was totally off script. He said that Chris Rock went out there and freestyled everything. Yeah.
See, and I
I just learned.
I saw something that said that. I saw something that actually contradicted. See, it's gonna be funny, man.
Wow,
it's gonna be so funny, man. You see how this is gonna play out? Because I saw something that contradicted
so this is
that.
Why they,
you see what I'm saying? that said, that there's no way that Chris Rock ain't gonna risk with those people who run that show. Those are his checks.
Yeah.
So he didn't do that, man. Like that's what they're saying. Like nah, man. Like he did what he was supposed to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even if it maybe off script.
Maybe even if he freestyled, that freestyle was also a script.
Also a script, dude. Yeah. You see, understand? It was nothing. It was nothing a script. It got levels to it. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely watched some slow mos of the smack. And they were both smiling before and after, dude. Like almost like to be smacked like that as a man and to be like, wow.
He took it, the way,
You know what I mean? Like no, and then there's no security. There's no I don't know, man. I don't. What I see on TV, man, in this day and age, Mike, I do not believe, man. Most of the stuff that I see on any type of screen, man, I don't really. You know what I mean?
Especially if he has anything to do with Hollywood.
Hollywood,
right?
Hollywood, man. Yeah, you know they got 6D probably. You know what I mean? Like you don't know what's going on when you watch stuff, man. But
I mean, I love Chris Rock though, right? But I also love Will Smith. But I also feel bad for him in the sense that it's strange that he stayed. Like you were explaining to me the details of his marriage, which is probably a lot of twisted stress that he kind of imposed on the Chris.
What I was watching, you know what I mean, and I've seen this growing up, right, and I've experienced this, right. You know, when you grow up in urban, a hood environment, whatever you want to call it, you know what I mean. The females grow up there too. And they go through the same shit that we go through, the guys go through. And they're just as tough as we are.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
When you meet a guy, right, who's not from that environment, right, who's a whole different type of guy, right, they look at him like he's a chump, a lot of times. You know what I mean? They can get over on him. They can, you know what I mean? Just like a guy would meet a girl who's kind of naive or whatever, they get over on her. It's the same mentality. Just because it's a chick doesn't mean she's any less dangerous, you know what I'm saying? Any less, you know what I mean? Any less wicked, any less conniving, whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying? So they said that, Jada Pinkett, like back in the days, she was around Tupac and hanging around Tupac and feeling that type of energy, you know what I'm saying?
Jada with Tupac.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying to you? And I've seen like I'm a Tupac fan, you know what I mean? So I've seen old videos of them together when they were young, talking, you know what I mean? And they were supposedly friends, not sexual, you know what I mean? Just really, really tight friends, you know what I'm saying? And I seen at a point where where she was introduced to Will Smith, through the movies, and she's in Hollywood now, and you know what I mean, and she meets this guy. So like Will Smith was almost like the guy that she picked for her image, the Hollywood image type of guy. Like I gotta leave this Tupac guy alone. You see what I'm saying, and play this role so I can get these movie roles, and you know what I'm saying?
She's trying to move up.
Move up, yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And that was the way to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was the guy, and she's beautiful, probably fun, young. You know what I'm saying? And she met him and maybe was introduced to him. Who knows how they met? You know what I mean?
Right.
But
so she left Tupac. So what are you saying? She
almost,
left Tupac.
It almost was like I seen it was like there's interviews where Will Smith himself says that are not that old, where he says that he couldn't stand the way that she looked at that man. Like, you understand what I'm saying? She knew that she loved that man, whether it was friendship or whatever. Like, she didn't look at him like that. For sure. He didn't get that feeling from her, and he was jealous of it. He speaks on it very eloquently in interviews. You know what I'm saying?
What Tupac did?
No, Will Smith does.
Oh, okay.
I think he did an interview with Oprah where he spoke on that deeply. Like, you understand what I'm saying? You expressed it like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And if that's the case, right? If that was why she got with him to do, you understand what I'm saying? Then that's like, whoa. You know what I mean? Like. But, I don't know. You never know. You know what I mean? They seem to love each other, and you know what I mean? But it seemed on Hollywood. I remember that they didn't want their kids even. I remember Jada Pinkett saying that she didn't want her kids to have nothing to do with Hollywood. No music, no. You understand what I'm saying? She wanted to keep them And you see, they're all our way out there. Wow, you know what I'm saying? Hollywooded out. You know what I'm saying? So. Was that his choice? You know what I mean? Was that you know what I mean? Whose choice was that? Was that their choice when they got a certain age? Like they want to be like dad, they want to be like you too, mom. You know what I mean? Or,
so two quick jokes, right? The first one was the one that I got from Mike, right? Mm-hmm. Shout out to Mike K. What was it? What was it? The joke? It was what did Will Smith leave on Chris Rock's face? And the answer is Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince.
That's a pretty good one too.
It is.
Damn.
It is.
And then like the second thing, and I know you've seen some things too, right? But another thing I saw, someone posted, and I shared it, was that it showed Will Smith holding arms with Jada, and he also had an Oscar in his other hand, and then it said they gave him a statue of Jada to calm him down. Damn.
When I saw that one, that one even hit me like, whoa.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But imagine this though, right? Imagine this, right?
Yeah.
If this isn't real, right?
If it's not real.
If it's not real, right?
Right.
Is this legal? Like, is this something that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, how deep does this go? Like, is this some Jussie Smollett type of shit?
Yeah, it's possible. It's Jussie Smollett, but got away with it. Possibly.
Maybe didn't get away with like they're investigating this shit now, dude.
Jussie Smollett didn't get away with it.
Yeah,
but these guys might be doing what he did in public and got away with it.
But he didn't get away with it. He got caught in the end. They investigated it. Like, they were investigating this shit. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, the police are investigating this Will Smith. Like, that was a crime. Yeah. That was a crime, dude.
Yeah, so, that was the other thing that what was his name? Will Packer. Yeah, Will Packer said that the LAPD got on him like right away. They were like, "Listen, what are we gonna do? Because are we gonna arrest Will Smith? Take him out of here?
What's going on?"
And then he talked to several groups, and then groups that weren't with him. Everyone came to conclusions. Just leave it alone. Don't do anything. And then also, what about this? To go with what you're saying about it being staged, is that they're saying that the Oscars have not been doing well in the recent years.
No. Who watches that?
Yeah.
It's
I never watch it.
It's slow. It's really boring. Like,
I've never watched.
You have to be like into like movies on a different type of level to be worried about like directors and producers and who took the film. You know what I mean? Like that award. Like, that's for different. You know what I mean? Most people just
like their world.
That's their world. You know what I mean? Like, so
I like the movies and everything, but
I did look up that statistic just because you said that. I looked it up and it said that this year, I don't know whether it was because of the accident or whatever, but it went up. It was 58. They got 58% more views. They usually get around 10 million views or something like that. And I guess they got like 16 million this time or whatever. But then I also heard that like that maybe when after that incident happened, that 16 turned into 34. You know what I'm saying? Just right when that happened, because it hit it hit instantly. You know what I'm saying?
They're like, we need to do a Jerry Springer at the Oscars.
At the Oscar. And that's what they're saying. Like, did they use like Will Smith and Chris Rock, right, with the black production team to do something like that? You know how embarrassing that, like humiliating, how
but that's what he was saying.
Crazy
he said
is,
that's
dude.
What he feels. Yeah,
he feels like he said he feels like that himself. They did
everything
that on
you just
him.
said. Yeah.
Wow.
He says it's humiliating.
He don't have the power.
Can't believe what happened.
He don't have the power, yo.
He said this is the first time that everyone got together to do it as the people, and it just happened that way.
And he didn't have nothing to do with it, yo. And they probably gonna get like super elite status something because of that. You know what I mean? Like you got the Oscars. Like, they're gonna watch the Oscars next year, hosted by Chris Rock, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, how they gonna play that out? You know what I'm saying? It's weird. So
is Jada evil? Because there's more to her, right? You think she's evil? She's a good girl, but she's a little evil.
No, right? Okay. From what I hear, right? This is what they say, right? And I watched this guy, right? You never watched the guy
Tupac, because
you watch the guy Corey Holcomb, right?
Okay.
He's a comedian, who basically been blackballed. He has his own podcast now, so he can make his own money now and stuff. But he basically was blackballed from doing Hollywood and movies and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Every once in a while he'll get called for a role, or whatever. But because he talks too much real shit, you know what I'm saying? And he on his show he talks about guys in Hollywood who are homosexuals, yo.
Okay.
And he talks about Will Smith a lot, dude. And like they had an open relationship. Will Smith had guys he was dating. She had girls she liked, and you know what I mean, like they had a relationship like that at one time, right? But it's also to say, right, like if she never liked him in the first place, right? Like if you marry somebody, like you marry a woman who doesn't like you, they bring that to the table. Like if your wife brings that to the table on you, like she ain't feeling you, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's up to you whether you want to stay in that. You know what I mean? Like is the love or the link, or y'all have the bond deeper than that, or whatever. But imagine if you're a guy who's just a simp, like they keep saying. That's what they're saying. He's just a simp for it. He didn't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? That was her idea. He just, you know what I'm saying? You're like, well, no, you know what I'm saying? But to say she's evil, I say she's wicked. Because there's a lot of videos of her talking about him bad, yo, and she's smiling while she's doing it.
Oh man,
you know what I'm saying?
Is it something to like how like Mike Tyson's ex-wife was to him, to some degree, or you mean like that? Or is that I've never seen?
It seems like she is at his manhood for some reason. Like she's trying to say that he's not a alpha guy in the bedroom, and
damn,
you know what I mean? Like she's kind of demeaning him, and it's like how is this? Why is this gonna happen to the #1 actor in the world? Like, why is his family business? Why is his wife on TV talking about their infidelities? And she slept with the guy she slept with was August Alsina, and that was one of the son's friends.
Damn.
And she slept with him in their home, like, you know what I'm saying? And then there's rumor that remember the guy Mark Anthony, the singer?
Yes.
There's rumor that she got caught with him, and
wow.
like Will caught them red-handed type of, like there's rumors and stuff about this going around, you know what I mean? So if you start dealing with stuff like that with somebody, you know what I mean? It's almost like you know what I'm saying? It's like how can you really be mad, man? You know what I mean? Like can you really be mad? Like even if it's behind your back, like you still open up the Pandora's box to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you open up somebody that they might like something that you opened up. You know what I'm saying? Without you.
Yeah.
You know.
So basically, like the relationship with Will Smith and Jade is like really like got like a lot of things.
It seems at this point it seems like just for like Hollywood, just a Hollywood relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? They look good together, good looking couple. You know what I mean? Beautiful kids. You know, top of the world. You know what I mean? Like, do they tarnish that? Do they get a divorce and tarnish that image? And you know, is it worth it? You know what I mean? Like
when I was at the barbershop, I mentioned this subject. Everybody was talking about it. In fact, one time when we were at work, I was at break. There was a few people there. I just mentioned one time. Everyone started talking about it. So then I was like, okay, wait a minute here. You right? So it's like,
do most people think it's what do most people think that you ask? That's funny because we get a lot of people, and I ask
like
a lot of people at work
whether
questions.
he deserved it or not. Basically, they're wondering that part. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. How about this, right? So, in my mind, right, Will Smith's a pussy for doing that because he didn't defend his wife, dude. That's not defending your wife, dude. Like that was a little joke. He could have said, "Oh, I'll get you backstage, Chris," or you understand what I'm saying? You like the dude that walk up there and then open hand smack that dude, man, like that, man, and then turn your back to him and then be allowed to go sit back down and be allowed to receive your award, be allowed to give your speech, and cry, and you understand what I'm saying? You still got the, you understand what I'm saying? You like that's insane to me.
It's insulting.
That's not a good look. Like that's not a good look for nothing, man. Like, so what's the next? What happens after that, yo? Can comedians joke? Do comedians have to be careful what they say now? Do they have to, you know what I mean? Like, look at, he got away with it. He got away with it. You know what I'm saying? I smacked him. Will Smith did it. Like,
So it might start a little tiny trend.
That's how the world goes. There's gonna be so many memes and videos of like I'm telling you, it's gonna go crazy. This world's crazy now. It should not
be like that at all. Yeah,
that's their personal. That's real life business. You know what I'm saying?
You don't hit the comedian for, especially when you're sitting in the front row, right?
And I think Will Smith is like me. I think he's hurting. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that the media has took this like manhood shit and spun it on him, right? And I watched this like you remember when Dave Chappelle denied the $50 million for the third season. Remember they went in and they offered him $50 million, dude.
Oh, then he just bounced.
And he said nope, because they wanted him to do certain shit that he didn't. They wanted to have some control over it this season, yo. Yeah. He had full control over those first 2 seasons because there wasn't nothing to them. But then that shit picked up like a snowball. So now we want to throw our subliminal stuff in here. We want to throw our little creepy shit in here. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, no, dude. You feel what I'm saying, yo?
Yeah.
And
I love Dave Chappelle. Yeah.
And when you do stuff like Will Smith, they saying like he ain't never said no.
Yeah.
Like he's just going with. You know what I'm saying? Like you remember on the Fresh Prince, right? Like as a kid, you might not remember, yo. You know what I'm saying? But
I grew up a little bit on Fresh Prince, dude, and I love that show. And I never thought of it on those.
You see them dance? Remember when they used to dance a lot? You understand what I'm saying to you? And
now that I look at it,
he used to always talk. Hey, girl. You understand? Listen, you never looked at it that way, because it was the kids, and you're innocent as a kid. And you're not as funny in this. But when you go back as a grown up, you're like. He's playing that shit. He's doing that shit. Like he didn't write that. That was written for him. You know what I mean? Like that's what you want to do on TV, guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So whether if it's staged or not, it's just not a good look, anyways.
It's not a good look. And then I watched there's a little video of Will Smith, right? And I told you I seen this, and he's like he's somewhere, and then he's talking. It's like he's like at the beach or something. You know what I'm saying? He's just talking, right? And then all of a sudden the background changes, and he's somewhere else. You know what I mean? And then he's like, I'm not even. It's like a green room or something. And he's like, I'm not even here. And finally he's like somewhere maybe in his living room or something. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying, yo? And he's like, nothing's real you see on TV. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he's just morphing all these different faces.
Will Smith was saying that, right?
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? And I believe that now. You know what I mean? Like most of the stuff that we see on TV, like that's why this podcast stuff and these YouTube stuff and that raw footage is so good nowadays, because even like how they call reality TV, like what's real about somebody falling around a camera? How is that real?
Yeah.
And you can argue with people, Mike, who will tell you that that's real.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? And they'll want to argue with you. I'm like, dude, I can't even talk to you.
Yeah.
Like you think that reality TV is like you think that what is that show on the beach with the Italian guys? What's the show, man? With you know what I'm talking about? Pauly D and the crew. Jersey Shore.
Yeah, Jersey
Like
Shore.
Like to think that that's real.
Right.
Like there's people who think that that's real, and they think that those. You understand?
That's awesome.
Like after a certain, those are actors. Like they're groomed now. Like they're good at what they do now at this show now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're living in here. Like people are like, no, Paulie hates Jay. Like, dude, you serious, man? Never mind. You cooked. But I don't know, man. That was really weird to me, Mike, watching that, man. Watching that whole thing. Just watching the crowd, like, when you watch you sit back and you watch the crowd and you just watch the crowd's reaction, right? Like, remember the lady sitting right next to him? The dark-skinned African lady?
Yes.
She's just like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
there were other reactions.
Like, what's going on? Like, do I laugh? Do I applaud? Is that real? Is that fake? You know what I mean? Like nobody knew. And then he sits back down, and then he's like, "You don't fucking keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth."
Tom Hanks was like,
"Keep my wife's name out of your." And I'm like, yo, he's trembling and shaking, dude. Like at this point, and it's like, okay, he's if he's that mad, yo, somebody come and help this man or come get this man or. You understand? This is the Oscars, dude. We're at the Oscars, yo. You can't like who? I'm like, oh man. And then just imagine like with all of the like just with all of the Me Too stuff. Like imagine if that was a woman. If he went up there and smacked a woman, or a woman smacked a guy, or I don't know, like if it wasn't those two, just put two different people in that scenario. Would it, you know what I mean? Would the police have been called? Would the, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like how that was handled, man. I don't think he should have been like, maybe not arrested or whatever. He definitely should have been picked up and walked out of that building, man. You know what I'm saying? You know?
I mean, any regular.
And if they were still gonna give him an award, maybe Jada could have went up there and accepted that award for him.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? You like that was not like that was weird, man. That was the weirdest thing I ever seen, man. You know what I'm saying? And that on the news, like, what's the Guardian? What's the Guardian paper? Isn't that like a paper from another country?
The Guardian?
It's called The Guardian, but they had that was on like their front page. I think it's just like a London paper or something like that. Like that's like, you see what I'm saying? You like that's all over the damn world.
Like major news.
Major news, man. No more Ukraine. No more COVID.
Exactly.
Willing Rock, Smith and Rock, baby. You feel what I'm saying? And America is crazy for that, because every time, right? They always do that, right?
Yeah.
And I never seen them to do it on that stage, right?
Yeah.
They usually do it like they saying they turned the Oscars into the Source Awards. Like it's like this ratchet hip hop show where shit like that happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody might fight, like they might have beef. Two hip hop guys get no, you know what I mean? Something ratchet might happen or whatever. Yeah. And they're trying to, it's like they're turning it into that shit. Like they made the Oscars like almost a fiasco. Like they didn't handle it right. It just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was like, what the hell is going on here, man? The whole world is watching this, man. Take him out of there, man. Ask Chris, you okay? Nobody was like, are you okay, yo, you all right? Nobody in the audience was like, yo, you all right, man? Well, why you do that? You understand what I'm saying? Nobody said anything, like nobody was like. So I'm like, what's going on? Like, hey, yo, Will, what's going on? You all right? Chris, you know what I'm saying? Like their peers is there, dude. Wow. Those are their peers, dude. Those people know each other. Denzel, Will Smith, Chris Rock, like they know each other, dude. Their kids know each other. They're in the same places. They live in. They buy their houses in the same rich little. You feel what I'm saying? They live around the Hollywood people. They're Hollywood, dude. You know what I'm saying? They have to live there almost, dude. They can't really live nowhere else, Mike.
Yeah.
Denzel Washington can't just move. People will be outside his house, parked as newscasters, like all types of shit. You know what I mean? Like you can't just be a regular. And but imagine this, right? How long has Will Smith been on TV, right?
Like his whole life, I guess.
How many years?
Man,
30? Is it 30? Has it been 30 years? Probably 30 years, right? Yeah. So the guy said, does he even know how not to be the Hollywood guy? Like he's like it was who was talking about this? It might have even been somebody like Jim Carrey. No, Jim Carrey's been blackballed. He's blackballed. You ain't seen. When's the last time you seen Jim Carrey?
Yeah, I know. Why is that?
Because he's speaking out about it. He's speaking about all this Hollywood shit. He's so mad at this Will Smith shit, man. He cannot fucking believe, dude, how he still got that award, dude. He just can't believe they let him get that award after he did that. Like, are you crazy, dude? Like, that's the craziest shit you ever seen, yo. But yeah, he's out of there, yo. Like, he's talking too much real stuff, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's how Will Smith gets his award.
But Jim Carrey made enough money where he don't care no more. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He made major cash in those movies that he had out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he's like, you know what? I'll talk about this shit all I want to. And you know he's already crazy, so they can't say he's crazy. Everybody know he's crazy as shit already, man. But I seen like everybody, like you said, I seen 3 different people on Joe Rogan talking about the Will Smith thing. 3 different perspectives, 3 different guys. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, but everybody, I ain't seen not one person said they would take it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody said they would have took that.
Yeah.
One dude said I would have like somebody smacked me and he was like, and I fell or something, whatever. And I was like that. I was like, he would have been like, damn. He would have pointed at Jay like, you smacked the wrong person. Like he said, smacked her. Like, that's what you want to take that out on.
Yeah, Chris Rock with his comedy, right? Like it's so he attacks people, right?
But he does it in a real slick asshole, smooth,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Real sophisticated almost type of way, man.
He attacks things, yeah.
Yeah,
I like it.
Like the way he just said that, yo, was like, can't wait till G.I. Jane 2 comes out. Like that was that was so perfect. Yeah, he had the green dress on, you know what I mean? The army green. Got the haircut.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the green dress on, like
green. Yeah, man. That made it even better. You know, that's why he's genius. And if he really just came out of his head with that and hit that man with that. But let me tell you what I also watched. Right, there's several award shows where, he goes at them.
Yeah,
they're always in the front row at the awards and stuff, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's ones where he really goes at them, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, is it something personal with them? You know what I mean? With Will and Smith, like he watch the videos of him in the past, going at them as a couple, yo. Some of them was real like, damn Chris, yo. Like, oh shit. I guess Mill might have been like, not this time, dude.
Will Packard said that he spoke to Chris Rock like right away, and Chris, he asked him, "Are you okay?" And he said, "I just got punched by Muhammad Ali."
It's
like, what?
See what I mean?
Yeah.
You see how he did have the stance, yo.
And they're all pretty much saying that he saved the. If it's saying it's legit, that he saved the Oscars by not doing anything back, like just going on with the show. Rather than making it all about Will.
And that's what he said. That's what he says. He had a job to do, and he was gonna finish his job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't buy that, man. Like I don't buy him just saying it's just a joke, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he went and sat back down, right? If he would have really been like, "What the fuck you smacked me for?" or something like. Like ain't nobody coming, he gonna be able to run back up there and beat you up after that? Like what the hell is, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he sat back down, right? Now I'm a comedian. Now it's open season.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in on you now, dude. I was like, you should have. I would have been like, yeah, your boyfriend's probably out back waiting for you. Like I would have. I can't beat this man physically. I know that. I just took a smack.
Yeah,
from him.
I was thinking the same thing.
So now I'm not gonna beat his ass with my comedy.
And he even slightly apologized. Like, all right.
He didn't say. I don't know if Will Smith said sorry to Chris Rock. Did he? I know he apologized to the Grammys. I mean, to the Oscars, but I don't. Did he apologize to Chris Rock personally?
No.
Like
it was on a. I saw a thing where he did it on like a Twitter or something like that. To the Oscars and him and everything.
He didn't go after that show after he so he was really mad at that man. Like, you know what I mean? Like Karima.
Hello.
I ain't seen her all day either.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I don't know if that was.
I think, I don't know.
Man, Mike, you see
that's
how
the fun of it is like going back and forth.
What's going on in America? What's going on in America, man?
Yeah.
What's going on in this country, man?
Yeah, Hollywood.
Hollywood is taking over, dude. And how about this, right? The guy was saying, right, that Hollywood is paid to do everything now. Like they get paid to work with the army now. Like it's so sophisticated now. It's Hollywood is in it. You know what I'm saying? Like if they want you to believe something, they get one of them Hollywood,
like the Hollywood tree.
Magical, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Magical, man. They called it that for a reason.
Yeah.
They got that damn sign up there for a reason.
You want to grab a bite to eat?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna get that before it closes.
All right, cool.
Thanks for joining the podcast.
Today's the day.
Love you very much. Appreciate you for joining. Go Chris Rock. Will Smith, calm down.